Okay, now we're in chapter 5 where we're going to be dealing with conditional rendering. I'm going to be the driver and Fortune is going to be my navigator. And in this chapter we'll explore functionality to give us more control in rendering HTML via JSX. So we have once again the inline if with the $% operator. So this allows us to show or hide part of a view depending on some condition, right? So for an example, we can have a list of products, but then if there are no products to display, we want to display a different view, right, which will be a message telling us that there are no products to display. So in order to be able to do that, we are going to use the inline if $% operator, right, and we're going to pass it these two values here, right? So when we run our app, what we should be able to see is that if there are products, it's going to show us the list of products. If there are none, it's going to show us that there are no products to display, just like this, right? And we also have an inline if else with conditional operator. So what this allows us is that we can use the JavaScript conditional operator, the ternary operator, right? And we will be able to use this to render either a field or an empty star, right? So what we're going to have, this code right here. This is index.js, app.js. Yes, so this is going to be the ternary operator. And then the next thing we have is the props.children. So this is for us to be able to insert content into our component from outside, right? For example, if we want to implement a component that wraps a bootstrap jumbotron, right? So it's going to look something like this, and to be able to do that, we have to implement our bootstrap jumbotron component, right? And we have to import it. And we have to call the component also in our app.js, right? So if I go to app.js, you can see it's also there, and we can add our jumbotron component, right? And to supply the content with the jumbotron component, we can use attributes like body. However, this is not how we want to do it. Instead, we can use props.children, right? So with props.children, if there's a string in between an opening and a closing tag, the string is passed in as a special prop, right? So this .props.children will be the string between jumbotron component and the closing tag jumbotron component, right? So it's going to look something like this, right? So what this is supposed to be able to help us with is to see the stars there if they're filled. So before I show it, in summary, in this chapter we introduced the inline if $% operator that gives us more conditional control in rendering our JSX, and we have also learned about inserting content into components from outside using props.children. So thank you. I was the driver and Fortune was the navigator.